Okay, we're live on Facebook. We're just checking it. We're live on Instagram. There we go.
Cool. Hello, everybody, or anybody that's there. Welcome to my kitchen in Jordan, where I am going to start my Cook the States challenge, which I'm going to do for 50 weeks, 50 states, and 50 dishes. Today we had a choice between New York had New York style buffalo wings. I've never made them anyway, so today I'm going to do that. I'm using a recipe from Tasty online, and it looks like a good one. I've got a couple of little things that are a little different, just because that's the thing I love about cooking myself, is that I can make it the way I like it. And that's why I always tell people the nice thing is, you can make things the way you want it. You can change things here and there. You don't have to be really rigid. So, started off with 2 pounds of chicken wings, and as you probably noticed, these are whole chicken wings.
It's so bright on your Instagram.
Oh.
There we go.
Way, Harriet, my wife, is here, and she's doing the filming, so
Okay.
use my hands free. So you'll notice that these are whole chicken wings, which is the way they're sold here. And essentially, in the U.S.,
There we go.
what you do is you just cut away the 2 pieces of the wing, and that's generally how they're done over there. Interesting fact about chicken wings is that in the U.S., chicken wing is like the second most expensive part of the chicken after like the boneless breast. And in this part of the world, chicken wings are really cheap because nobody really eats them, or they're seen as kind of like the extra little bit. So it really just comes down to how popular dishes are and meat is in various places, different cuts, things like that. So anyway, essentially what I did, and I got started a little bit early because I needed to put a 1/4 cup of cornstarch and coat these chicken wings and let them sit for about 20 minutes. So that's kind of what we're doing with that. Now, I've got the oil heating up here. I'm just going to take a check to see if I'm looking for about 350 degrees. That's generally what you want, somewhere between 350 and 375 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to be, I don't know, about 180 to 200 degrees Celsius for when you're frying things. So let's see how this is doing.
Yeah, there we go. The connection's a bit funny on.
Getting there.
So if there's any pauses, I apologize. The connection seems to be a bit funny, so I'm just trying to figure out the best place. So what temperature are you looking for?
About 350 degrees.
350 degrees.
Okay, so in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the batter for the wings. This is 1/2 cup of cornstarch, followed by a 1/4 cup of flour.
It's so bright on Instagram. Carry on.
A teaspoon of paprika. And a teaspoon of chipotle pepper, and the reason I'm using that is I actually didn't have an amount of cayenne, which is what that recipe calls for. That's okay. A teaspoon of black pepper, ground. Teaspoon of garlic powder. And 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And
Oh, it's gone bright again. There you go.
2 teaspoons of salt. Okay. So I'm going to mix that up. Make sure that it gets all mixed together. And then I'm going to add 2/3 of a cup of water. And it's going to be room temperature water.
So what is this going to do? Is this just going to coat the chicken
This
wings?
is to coat chicken wings. And the reason you want to use room temperature water is, as you know, cornstarch thickens things, and cornstarch mixes much better the powder form when it's with colder water. If you put hot water, it tends to clump up, because with heat, what starts to happen is that the cornstarch starts to get thick.
Mm.
It smells good.
Yeah, it does smell good.
Okay, I just want to make sure that that is well mixed. As you can see, the consistency is sort of a little bit runny, but that's okay. Okay.
So what's next?
Now, I'm going to take the temperature again. See how we're doing here.
So this is the oil.
This is the oil.
We're going to fry these chicken wings.
Yes, we are.
Excellent. Can you bake them as well?
Yeah, oftentimes I'll do baked chicken wings. I mean, you know, it's sort of 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Just depending on, you know, if you don't want as much. Okay, so there we've gotten at least 350 up to 360. I'm going to turn down the fire a little bit. You know, it depends how much. Sometimes when you fry them, they're a little more fatty, or there's a little more oil, obviously, that you're dealing with, which is delicious and helps crisp it up and everything. But in the oven, it's kind of nice because you can still crisp it, but you don't get as much of the oil, which I do most of the time, not because of flavor as much as I don't want to weigh 300 pounds or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to use my tongs because I'm one of those people who's especially around chicken and stuff. I like to keep all my chicken and meats and things like that separate, and my working areas and stuff like that. So I'm always, you know, sometimes people think maybe I overdo it a little bit. Maybe I do, but I kind of like the fact that
Well, that's just the chef in you.
things stay safe. So.
That's the
Okay.
trained chef in you.
So now what I've done here is I've put a few chicken wings into this beautiful concoction that we have here. And as you can see, these are the whole wings. In the US generally what happens is that they're cut about there, and then you have the little drumette thing and the rest of the wing.
Yeah,
Two separate
you
pieces.
definitely get a lot more of the wing here, that's for sure. Perfect.
All right. Now,
So how do you do this safely?
I'm going to test this one more time. So what you want to do is you never want to like pour stuff in into boiling oil, because when oil gets any water in it or anything like that, it tends to sputter and spit. And if you put too many things in, it can overflow, and you know it just becomes dangerous. So best thing to do is, what I like to try and do is do them one at a time as I place them in, and then that way hopefully they will sputter and splatter, but one at a time won't do too much. There you go.
So how many can you do at a time?
It depends on the size of the pot. It depends on, I mean, one of the things I'm watching for is to see, you know, how many can I do in this particular pot. It looks like probably 4, maybe I can get 5 in there. I can do 5.
Are you sure? Because it looks pretty bubbly.
It is pretty bubbly.
I'm such a novice. This is why he's the chef and I'm not the
Oh.
chef. I get really super nervous about things catching on fire.
And they do sometimes.
Oh my goodness, they're crisping up already. Can you see? Oof. That looks good. Wow, they cook really quickly.
Yeah, I
obviously
mean,
the
the outside is
outside,
going to
yeah.
cook really quickly, so you want to cook them for at least about 8 to 10 minutes probably.
So do they not burn on the outside if you cook
wanna
them?
Well, that's why you want to make sure your fan is not too hot. So
I
make
see.
sure that we stay within. And of course, the other thing that's going to happen is that when you stick something in there, the temperature of the oil is going to go down because you put something cool in
Ah,
it.
of course.
So you just want to keep that in mind as well. And you know, the thing is there's nothing wrong with measuring the temperature, turning up the fire, turning it down, you know, things like that. Sometimes, you know, I don't have a thermometer and I need to try something, so you kind of do it by sight. You know, if it starts getting too hot, you turn it down. If it seems to be going a little slower, then you turn it up.
So when was the last time you were in New York? Because this is obviously, we're exploring the States. This is the first week. This is New York.
We're doing New York because New York is the state of my birth. I was born in Poughkeepsie, New York, which is upstate New York, and upstate New York is a really beautiful, beautiful part of the country. But I was born in Poughkeepsie, and then, excuse me, I never went back. We lived in New Paltz, which was not too far. Poughkeepsie had the biggest hospital, I guess, or the main hospital, and so I was born there, and so I've never been back. I'm excited to go one day. I'd like to see it. I mean, people say it's not necessarily the greatest place, but...
Poughkeepsie? Or New York? Because I was going to say New York is one of the best cities in the world.
No. New York City I've been to a lot. Last time I was in New York City, was flying... We went to New York City. We changed airports.
No, you went through New York City when we came back from the food conference in...
Oh, when we came back from the food conference.
In July.
I did. I went through New York.
There you go.
That was in July.
Okay.
And
My goodness, it's making me so hungry. And buffalo, I've never had buffalo wings, but I guess I'm English, so it's not, wings are a thing in England, but not, I don't think, quite as much as they are in America.
Are there any like buffalo wing aficionados out there who can tell me?
Am I doing it right?
Or any kind of anything?
I have to remember to follow you.
Oh yes.
Have you had buffalo wings before?
I've not had like true buffalo wings. Like,
What's true buffalo wings?
True buffalo wings is that you have the buffalo wing sauce. So I mean, wings are one of those things that you do and you make, and then you put different sauces on, and you have different dips and things like that. So when you have a buffalo, with the buffalo sauces is cayenne pepper and butter and vinegar and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, garlic powder, etc. So it's got a little bit of a kick to it. And then I don't know if I mentioned that now, but so a lot of people do like blue cheese dip or ranch dressing or something like that. I like to do yogurt with fresh chopped mint and a little bit of salt, and that might be the sort of Middle Eastern part of this particular dish today. But the thing about it is that you use any kind of dip or sauce that you like. That's always the important thing in cooking. Always eat things you like.
It's a good tip.
Although there are times when, in a previous career, when I used to go and visit clients and stuff, sometimes I'd have to eat things that I didn't necessarily like. One that sticks out the most in my mind is the 1,000-year egg that was very popular in China, and I was in Hong Kong, and I think the people I was with just wanted to see if I would do it or not, and of course you gotta do it. And it was probably one of the most interesting, it's like, what a rotten egg smells like is sort of exactly what it tastes like.
Why did they eat it then?
It's a delicacy. It's an acquired taste. It's like anything else. Like where is it in Japan? People there often don't like blue cheeses and stuff. They're like, it's just too strong. But I love blue cheese. So it's like,
Heath just joined. If you want to say hi to Heath.
Heath has joined. About time, Heath.
So how far away are we?
We're about 5 minutes away. And then we can.
Yeah. So do you have to let them rest or anything after they've come out, or do you coat them straight away?
No, you just, I mean, I'm gonna put them on this paper towel, this bowl that has paper towel, because I want some of the oil to leak off, to drip off. And once that happens, you know, maybe a couple of minutes, I'll put them in the bowl and then pour the sauce on them.
You know who we do need, whose help we do need with this,
Who's that?
is Dara's.
Who?
Dara's.
Dara, yeah.
Our friend, the Skinny Pig NYC, who's a true New York native, and her blog is all about New York food.
In fact, she had a picture of what looked like really delicious buffalo wings, but then I felt, you know, like I would be a novice cook with her, which is fine. I love to learn new recipes and new ways that people do stuff. It's very cool. The greatest thing about food, the greatest thing about cooking, is that you get to experiment all the time. You get to try things all the time, and stretch your comfort zone, for lack of a better way of putting it. To just try things and see what other people like eating. And most, like in Japan, for example, I love Japanese food, with one exception, and that is eel. I don't mind a little bit of eel fillet that they do when you're doing sushi and stuff, but you can go to restaurants that specialize in the entire eel, and just not like it.
So for anyone who's just joined, do you want to recap what we're doing?
Yes, for anybody who's just joined, we are making New York buffalo wings, and
We're doing that
we
as
are
part of our...
this as part of our Cook the States Challenge, which is 50 states, 50 dishes in over 50 weeks, and I'll be every week taking one state and making food. Generally what we'll do is get a couple choices, give you guys a chance to vote, and then you'll pick one, and then I'll make that particular recipe. I'm hoping that way I can learn about my American ancestry and the dishes in the U.S. that either I've never tried or I've never cooked.
Which is how we got the buffalo wings today. We put out...
We got the buffalo wings today. We
Yeah.
did
the poll.
poll.
The word is the poll.
the poll, and the buffalo wings won.
It was...
So congratulations to all of you.
We did the buffalo wings, and we did New York style pizza. But what is New York style pizza? I know like Chicago's like deep dish and like...
Well, New York style pizza tends to be, you know, quite thin, and usually it doesn't have too many toppings.
An
I think
update
for
on
each
this.
pizza. I might be wrong. In fact, anybody who knows more can tell you. But it's thin. The slices are usually quite large, and you can fold them and eat them like that. So that's...
It sounds good.
Yeah, very good. I like New York style much better than Chicago, which is not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just the deep dish kind of. Some of the places feels a bit soupy to me, and that's just, I don't know, not my preference.
Yeah, I think my preference is to be able to like pick it up, fold it in half, and eat it.
My preference is anything that has bread. The main ingredient.
I was looking. God, the smell is making me so hungry. Well, it's looking quite good. So we're streaming live on Facebook, and we are streaming live on Instagram. So I'm holding two phones right now. And
I'm just...
he's just
I
cooking.
have the easy job.
This is his first Instagram live,
This is my
and
first Instagram.
I think he's doing rather well, sharing cooking with the world.
I hope so. So let's take the temperature here. So
What are you taking the temperature of, the oil or the chicken?
oil.
And what are you looking for?
I just want to, make sure that it's hovering around 350. Thereabouts.
See, I thought, because when you put them in and they went crispy and brown straight away, I was convinced that they were just gonna like burn or something by this point. But they haven't. They've kind of just stayed consistently brown.
Well, they've gotten more brown.
Well, they've gotten more brown.
And I did turn down the heat a little bit so that, you know, they're not gonna, plus, like I said, it cools the oil a little bit. And so now it's hovering at about 300 degrees, which is good. So there's nothing bad about being a little less or a little, well, you don't want to probably go over 375. But then I'll just turn it up ever so slightly. And
Ooh, I need to take my cardigan off. It's so hot in this kitchen. Are you up for holding these? Just hold them like that. There you go, just 2 seconds. Don't drop them.
okay.
Wait, there we go. Okay. Oof. Burning up.
Okay, so take these out.
Okay. Ooh. The camera quality is so much better on your phone, which is on the Instagram one, than mine on the Facebook. It's making me want to get a iPhone. What is it that you have? An iPhone
10.
X 10.
Okay. So I'm going to put this there for a minute. So I'll turn this off.
They look really nice and crispy. Okay, so what are you going to do next with them?
I'm going to put them in this bowl here. Then what I'm going to do is put a little bit of this. Now this is the whole half a cup for the whole recipe of 2 pounds. So I'm not going to put it all on, obviously, because that would be way too much and burn my mouth. So. This is fine. Any leftover will be in the bowl for the next round.
Oh wow, that smells so nice. I think this is the problem with cooking this time of day, though. It's like it's dinner time. It's so my stomach is grumbling watching you eat this, watching you make this.
Oh. Well, you're gonna get to eat it.
Yeah. People don't want to see my face; they come to see Chef Tarek. Maybe about your. Let it cool for a second. You can tell people about what you're.
What am I gonna do next week?
Well.
Oh, North Carolina.
Just to remind you of what the Cook the States challenge is, it's one dish every week. So next week you have to do this again for 50 weeks. So we're going to America.
We're going to America.
This week.
And we're going to 2 places in America. We're going to North Carolina and we're going to Michigan. And in each of those places we are going to make a meal. So North Carolina will put out 2 choices and then one will be voted on and we'll do that. And then Michigan the same.
Yeah, so if anybody is from North Carolina or Michigan, send us in your
yes, please.
your recommendations for the dishes.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to get recommendations from every state. What your thoughts are would be the best food to make and taste. And
well, excitingly, you'll be able to when you're in Michigan. That's where your mum is.
my mom's in Michigan, so I'll cook with her, and my son is in North Carolina, and I will cook with him. And then we will hope that I will put the recipe up tomorrow or later tonight, and if you
You can
guys
cook
want,
along.
you can cook it. And if you do, please use the hashtag #CookTheSteaks. And let me know how they turn out and any other tips and pointers you might have.
This is the first time that you've made this, right?
It's the first time I've made this particular dish.
Oh, it sounds crispy. Okay, taste test.
Hot. But really tasty.
Yeah, you got a little bit of sauce on your lip. That's it. You got it.
Very tasty. And see, the yogurt helps with the heat, of course, because it
Is it really
dislodges
spicy?
the molecules or whatever from your mouth.
Is it really spicy?
Well, maybe for you.
God, they're huge chicken wings. I forget how big they are here compared to America.
Well, that's because in the States they're cut in half.
Ah. That looks good. Okay. That is going to be my dinner.
Okay.
So that's it.
I feel a little rude eating by myself. I wish I could give
You
you
got
all
on your nose as well. There you go.
I wish I could give you all a taste. They're actually really, really good. So, anytime you want to visit Jordan, I'll make you some. Thank you so much for watching. And like I said, hashtag #CookTheSteaks. And do please send me in any kind of thoughts or ideas or recipes or anything else you might have.
And keep an eye out for next week.
And keep an eye out for next
Vote
week.
for next week's.
And vote for next week's dish, which we'll be sending out very soon.
Excellent. Okay, I'm going to sign off Facebook.
Thank you, guys.